Thank you so much for staying with us tonight in our WPBF 25 News Chronicle special. We're looking more into concussions, which have reached epidemic levels in everything from youth sports to the NFL.
Tiffany Kinney now with more of her exclusive interview with Joe Namath on the NFL and its policies designed to protect players.
Felicia and Todd, former New York Jets quarterback Joe Namath is fighting as hard as he did on the football field to bring awareness to traumatic brain injuries. And in our exclusive interview, he went on the record with his thoughts about the NFL and its policies to protect players.
Movement prior to the snap.
Last month, St. Louis Rams quarterback Case Keenum took a massive hit.
Case Keenum slow to get up.
Clearly unsteady as he tried to get up, Keenum continued playing, even though it appeared he was suffering the symptoms of a concussion. Sitting at home watching that game, former New York Jets quarterback Joe Namath.
Anybody that's watching the game realizes this guy's got a problem, and nothing was done. The world saw this, and yet he was allowed to stay on the field. Knowing what we know now, I was amazed to see this quarterback stay on the field, and I still haven't heard a solid answer of why. How could that be allowed?
The NFL now has what's called an injury spotter at each game, specifically trained to watch out for concussions. It's part of the league's new protocol to better address head injuries. Namath says based on what happened to Keenum, the NFL's concussion policy is not working as well as it should.
Well, where's the responsibility of the guy that they put upstairs? Because this wasn't an instant. This went on for a couple of minutes, or whatever. The guy was, it was a mistake that hopefully doesn't happen again.
After the game, Keenum was diagnosed with a concussion. It is those hard hits that cause traumatic brain injury, which doctors say can eventually lead to a debilitating brain disease. And Namath says too many football players are suffering.
If we can find a cure or at least some help, it behooves us to do it, to move forward.
Namath believes the NFL could be doing more to help those former players who suffered traumatic brain injuries they developed while playing football. Tiffany Kinney, WPBF 25 News.
High school football accounts for 47% of all reported sports concussions, with 33% of them occurring during practice. Now, there's a new test that could change the game when it comes to diagnosing those brain injuries. That quick blood test could keep a concussed athlete from sustaining more lasting brain damage by going back into the game too soon. For so many parents concerned about their children suiting up for football and other contact sports, the concussion test could be a breakthrough. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports nearly 250,000 young athletes under age 19 were treated in U.S. emergency rooms for concussion or traumatic brain injury diagnoses in 2009.
Our brains are developing even up to the age of 18 into the early 20s. Those repetitive hits over time, in theory, could lead to chronic neurodegenerative changes. There's always a risk of a concussion or a brain injury. It's important that they engage in sports and be healthy.
Now, a company called Quanterix claims to have the technology to identify a concussion sooner.
We are applying rocket science to blood testing.
They're developing machines to spot a concussion in less than an hour, using a simple blood test by identifying proteins that show brain trauma.
So a finger prick could tell you the answer within 20 minutes of whether or not that athlete has experienced a concussion.
That research is backed by the NFL after Quanterix won funding from the league's Head Health Challenge.
Having an objective test could change the culture of the game.
For doctors and athletes, this technology could make the greatest impact right there on the sidelines.
This test is very promising. It requires more validity and more trials in order to make sure that it's actually going to be useful in the clinical setting as well as on the sideline.
Again, Felicia, the simple blood test, just the pinprick on the finger, could tell coaches, trainers, and doctors whether that athlete has a concussion and should be kept out of the game.
Now, when might this be available?
Quanterix really is hoping to bring this to market sometime later this year.
All right, Todd, we're looking forward to that, I'm sure. Coming up next, meet the local youth football team honored for its safety on and off the field, what the coaches are doing to help better protect their players.
If you have kids playing sports, keep this in mind. High school athletes who sustain a concussion are 3 times more likely to sustain a second concussion.